in hopes that you're going to earn a pension at the end of your life.
Right.
That is way more risky in my ballpark than living today, putting in the work, right? Taking those calculated risks. Big part of the reason that we do these podcasts, right, and these live interviews is we want to help bridge that gap, right? To show people a roadmap, right? Or to guide them in the direction, right? Show them a different light into what is possible, right? And so talking about the risk factor, right? Everything in life involves risk, right? Everything you just mentioned, it's calculated, right? Calculated risk, where you've done the research, you've dove in and you've looked at best case scenario, worst case scenario, you've weighed your options, you know what that looks like, right?
Right.
But I'm going to claim, and so there's a lot of people too that say, well, dang, it's risky to be an entrepreneur. You gotta kill what you eat, right? You gotta hustle and make sure you can earn enough business to get there. But I will claim that it's way more risky to trade your time for money, right? Work a 9 to 5 in hopes that you're gonna earn a pension at the end of your life.
Right.
That is way more risky in my ballpark than living today, putting in the work, right? Taking those calculated risks for a vision that no one can see but yourself.
Sure. So there is it's got to start with what are your goals and what do you want? Because some people don't need to have $5 million when they retire. You don't need it at all. They don't want that. There was a story, and I always butcher it hard, but there's a famous guitar. He's a guitarist. He's playing on at this beach property, and some guy comes up to him, hey, I'm a music producer. I'd love to tour. And they go into like what you could do in this lifestyle, and he's like, oh, and then at the end, and then like you can retire and like just do your thing on like a beach. And he's like, oh, that's literally what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to work all that to get what I have now. So you have to realize, what do you want at the end of the day? And for some people, it doesn't have to be monetarily. It doesn't have to be this job title. It's different for every situation.
Yes,
and it's hard to identify, and it can change. Things change, your situations change, your desires and goals change.
Yeah.
But you have a loose target where you can aim towards and bob and weave and be flexible and adapt and truly enjoy that journey. And that's been the best thing, because I've been kind of not obsessed, but like I've stressed out over like, what do I want at the end of the day? And it's exhausting to some extent to not know what that is, because I feel like I'm shooting towards a target where I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
And you can't hit a target if you're not looking, so. Or you don't at least identify what that target is. So to get a loose concept and to be able to reach towards that broadly, and then you can narrowly focus as you go and just enjoy where you're at and what you're doing. And my simplicity in life is be happy and help people along the way. And that looks different for everyone. But if you can just apply that simple principle, you're going to live a much higher quality life.
Those are some wise words right there. I mean, the amount of nuggets being dropped right now, like, I hope y'all are leaning in to this conversation, because that's real. That's real. Yeah. You can never hit a target you can't see, right? But I've never thought about it that way. Staying loose, right, with the way that you know what direction you're aiming, but being able to adjust as you go, because not all the pieces are going to fall the way that you think or plan.
Yeah, most of what I say is a regurgitation of smarter people and things that I've read and heard. But I remember also there was someone that said, when they were, I don't know if it was in school or whatnot, but where do you want to be in 5 years? That used to be like an old recruiting question.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? That's a stupid question in 2021. It was a stupid question in 2019. The way technology is progressing.
True.
You cannot identify the areas of opportunity and the things that you might have wanted that are no longer even in play or viable or available at all. We are in an exponential curve of change. And so the most critical characteristic that you can obtain is flexibility and adaptability. If you can implement those things and you can pivot, you will have success, because that's what the world is. It's changing, ever evolving, and you have to be ready to make those changes and bob and weave.
Wow. Yeah. We're in it's the Uber generation, right? You're right. Technology is just multiplying, right? We've hit that curve, and now it's just like there's no turning back.
Here's what I can promise you will never go away. Truck drivers could get automated. Taxi drivers, clearly. Hotel industry is changing as we know it. Sales and entrepreneurship will not go away.
Yes.
You will always, those skill sets, if you can sharpen those, find the tools to put on your tool belt. If you don't like them, keep them in the tool shed, but add on tools, add on ideas, things that will benefit you, maybe here, maybe now, maybe in the future. And so often I talk about collecting keys. So you collect enough keys and you get to choose when and where to open which door. So you don't know if that door will be apparent or obvious or even come down the hallway for you. But if you have the key, now you get to choose to open it if you want to.
Yeah.
So collect that skill set, and then it will aid you in some capacity, or at least a nugget of knowledge you can give to somebody else and it'll help them. So just, man, have an insatiable desire to learn and be prepared to adapt.
Entrepreneurs are the pioneers who are building the bridges of the future on their back.
Sir. Yes, sir. 100%, man.
That's
100%.
huge. That's huge.
Yeah, it's my biggest thing right now is to really find myself in a circle with people like yourself that have a desire to grow, that have a desire to better themselves and others, and it's a rare breed to find that circle, man.
Oh yeah.
So that's my goal right now, is to find those people that want to help me. They want to be helped. They're willing to learn. They're willing to try. The capabilities come.
Yeah.
But everybody has a unique quality that they have to give.
Yeah. Separation season, bro.
Yeah.
That's been the mantra.
Yeah.
Now's the time to put your head down and work.
Yeah.
And COVID-19's opened up that arena, right? People are starting to realize that maybe this 9-to-5 model ain't it, right? We're out of the industrial age, right? The machines and what was built back in that time is prehistoric, right? That's the dinosaurs. We're in a new era. Right? We're in a new technological age. And if you're not willing and able to pivot and adapt to these new strategies, you're going to be left behind, right? And you're going to become extinct.
Oh, yeah.
That's real talk. Man. Good stuff. Hope you guys got something out of this. Please subscribe to the channel. Our goal is just to give away as many nuggets as we can. Michael McDonald, please follow him. Michael, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook. That's where I spend a lot of my time. I have a TikTok as well. Meaningful Motivation 1, I think it is.
Nice.
Or Michael McDonald. Hopefully it'll be at the bottom of the screen. I'll put my email at the bottom of the screen as well. So if anybody has questions about marketing or anything else, that I can hopefully provide some ideas and help for them. Man, happy to help.
And make sure to give this guy a follow, drop a like on this channel, and hit that bell so you can get notifications on new hot content getting dropped weekly.
Awesome, dude. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Thanks very much.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go take this McLaren for a spin, bro.
Let's go.
You ready? Let's do it.